Hey y'all, how are you? I hope that this finds you well. My name is Burgess Taylor, or Journey with Burgess, and today we're going to be starting stage 1, part 1 of my barn to studio conversion. I've wanted a creative space, an actual workspace outside of the home for a long while. We had a lot of projects, we still have a lot of projects that we need to do and want to do around our home. We live in a small 3-bedroom, about 1,100 square foot brick house. So it has room, but it doesn't have a lot of room. And a lot of people are going tiny houses right now. And I'm like, we don't need to do tiny house. We have a small house. But because we have a small house, it doesn't leave a lot of room for extra things unless we add on to it, and we're not quite ready to do that yet. But after a lot of thinking about it, and so that if my mom wants to come stay here, we do have a new Ashley sleeper sofa. It's beautiful red. Somebody can't sleep in there, and we now have an actual guest room, which is great. But if the grandkids come and my mom comes, and let's say my son wanted to come, that doesn't leave very much room. Dave and I did a lot of talking and a lot of thinking about things, and we decided to go ahead, and even though it's a little bit smaller than I originally wanted and it doesn't have the porch, we decided we could add the porch on later. And when I got to really thinking about it, we measured the room that I'm in currently, which is an 11 by 11. And after a lot of thought, Dave and I were figuring out square footage and what I need versus what I want. And what I do need is a little bit more space. Like right now I use the closet for storage, but I'm getting a lofted barn from Graceland Portable Buildings. Because I'm getting a lofted barn, it has a loft on each side that I can use for storage. So that will fix the issue of storage. So my journals and like my different things from, I've got my yearbook from I've got my yearbooks from high school. Okay. I've got all kinds of things. And I thought, well, I could put things in bins. And if I can get clear bins, then great. If not, I'll write on it with a permanent marker what those things are, old journals, extra things, holiday things, that kind of thing. So I know what's what. And I want to move my grandmother's sewing machine out of our metal shed and into my studio. I also may want a reading chair. So if I can move if I utilize the space that is currently more for like storage in this room, my little 11 by 11 I would actually have more space. I was also thinking, what could I do? I have 2 separate ones, one big one. I could take those 2 and put them up. So depending on the height of the wall, I could actually go vertical, go higher with those Calex units if I wanted to. That would work well too. So I've just been thinking about what can I do to utilize the space that I'm in already if I were to do that, and then take those thoughts into the studio when I go to figure out how I'm going to lay it out. But stage 1 was doing research, figuring out what company, what kind of shed, what was I looking at. I looked at the cabins and I looked at the barns. The reason I got the lofted barn instead of the cabin that was adorable, it was a 10 by 20, so the inside space would actually be 10 by 16. And the porch was really cute, but I looked at the ceilings and the lack of storage, and I was like, nope, that's really not going to work. They didn't have any in a bigger size. Like they didn't have a 12 by 16, nor did they have like a 10 by 20 or 12 by 20. And what Dave and I had originally thought about was getting a 10 by 20. But with the lofted space that I can use as storage, it will work really well, I think. After a lot of research, and David and I went looking, and then I went looking by myself, and I talked to the lady for a good while. And I went back out there, she toured, I went back out there, went back inside, talked some more, went back outside, made my complete and utter final decision. I'm going to show you the vlog of that. Right now, I'm in the stage, I'm about to create a notebook specifically for this studio conversion. It's just a graph composition book because I'm going to be taking pictures. I'm going to be figuring things out I'm going to be doing a lot of work and a lot of DIY, and I want to chronicle this. I'm going to add pictures to it. I've got a Pinterest board, and I've also got some new acrylic paint pens to test out. I received these from Parku, and they are acrylic paint pens, water-based, permanent, sunproof, and waterproof. So I'm going to be testing these out. The next video you see will be me setting up my barn to studio conversion journal, and I'm excited about that. I may be gluing some of the pages together in that, depending on what I end up doing. But I'm going to decorate this in the next video, and I hope that you'll enjoy this. I hope that you enjoy this. I am so excited. I am so excited. My barn will be here next week. We're going this weekend to get 4x8x16 solid cap cement blocks. We have to get 16 of them for whenever they come to deliver it. And I'm going to be vlogging that as well. I'm going to be recording that. And we're going to figure out what kind of insulation we need. We've got an electrician coming this weekend to figure out how to do, like, where we're going to do what and the best place to put it. Because we do have a septic tank, and I have an idea. Dave and I have an idea. That's the opposite side of where our meter is. So if we are going to have to dig a trench to put the electrical line up underneath, which means a lot more digging. And then if we could put it on the other side, I'm not sure that would work because of the septic tank. They would have to cross over the lawn where the septic tank is. I'm not sure if that would work, because it would be great if I could put it on the other side of the shed, the metal shed. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to see what the electrician says. I will be back with some more videos. I don't know if this will be a monthly update or a weekly update or a bi-weekly update for now. Whenever I have the footage, when I have something new to share, I will. Like I said, the next video will be the notebook, the journal. And then the next video will be when the shed is delivered, when the barn is delivered. So I'm just super excited. I've already moved out some of the boxes so I can start boxing up some things. The great thing about it is I will be moving stuff from my house to my backyard. So it won't be a lot of work like that. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's not going to be a lot of, like, it would be worse if I had a studio elsewhere or if we were moving house. But it will give me a chance to finally have my desk like away from the wall, so I can put my ring light on the other side of my desk or the craft table. Depending on what I decide to use. I still have my Windows computer, and that's usually for my writing, so I'm actually going to be able to set it up in a place that's not like right there. Right now I just have to turn my chair around, but there's always so much stuff that I'm working on, like right here, that I have issues getting to it. And that's just because I think when I got rid of the desk that had drawers, I lost some storage and organization. And now I don't have that. And that's one of the things I think I'm going to invest in is maybe some Alex drawers. I'm not quite sure. I might get Alex drawers to go up underneath here. Or I might get some kind of tall cabinet with drawers. Like I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I may end up getting the things that would fit into one of those that would make drawers. We'll see. Right now, there's unlimited possibilities for what I could do. I'm gonna have to. We've got so much work to physically do on the barn once it gets here to get it prepared for me to move stuff in. That right now I'm in the preparation stage. I'm preparing for them to deliver the barn. Then we're going to be getting everything ready for me to have the barn habitable. It'll be preparing to, what do I really want to move out of here? Because I'm going to move everything out of here. Some of it I'm going to keep, some of it I'm not going to keep. We're just going to see how it goes. But I like the idea that the storage will be up out of the way. I like that idea because there's a good 7 or 8 feet right here of closet that is used for storage stuff. That could be livable, usable space. So I was also afraid. Somebody had this quote, and I wrote it down. Might have wrote it down somewhere. It's about, I want space to live, not I want my space to be lived in, not my space, not a space for storage. You know, I don't. So let's just go ahead and get on with the video so you can see what I did. And I'm just super excited, so I'm a bit rambly. Hello, so I'm about to go look at the sheds. I'll see y'all again. I looked at every single one that was out here. And the one right there with the red roof and the door, it is adorable. And it has a red roof, but it's too small. It's the exact same size as my room right now, give or take a foot. This one over here, I don't like the idea of the way that it would sit in our driveway would mean that people driving by would see me through those windows and see my computer and stuff. We don't have a privacy fence, and I don't want people being able to see it from the road. The ones that are built like this, with this, they do have porches, like that little red one, but they don't have any here. And it would be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks before I could get one in. So we are looking at this one. I just got it. Just bought it. So it says sold. So it has a loft up here, the door, a window, and a loft up there, the walls, the window. You can see it's got 2 windows, one on each side of the door. So I can either cut a hole in that and add the air conditioner, or use one of these windows for the air conditioner. So I now am the owner, and it will be delivered next week. So we'll back up. The one that had the porch that was big enough, it was too expensive. It was actually too big. This will work really well. It is a 10 by 16. The room I'm in right now is an 11 by 11. So I will have ample room, plus that, like I said, there's storage above on each loft. So I will have to get like a ladder built. But yeah, so that's it. Well, there's my shed. There's no window in the back where the fence is, where all the kids are, you know, that make all the noise and that pee in the dog's water bowl. So we're good to go. It'll be delivered next Wednesday. Alright. And then comes the real work. All the DIY stuff. Yep, all the real work starts. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go home. Give me a fresh cup of coffee. Yeah, so I'm ready. Okay, so we're gonna have to move the vehicles. But what we're thinking, it will go probably right around where the door of the little green truck starts, and it'll go that way because it's going to be in sideways, so the door faces the yard. And so we're going to have to do some work on all those shrubs. I don't want it quite back that far, but I'm thinking right around where the honeysuckle stuff is. So some of that's going to have to be trimmed, some of that. We need to get all that trimmed, but I don't know. Maybe a further back that way. I'm not sure. David and I are going to have to figure it out, but right around this. Hey y'all. So my hair is crazy. It's all crazy. I was outside today and it's really humid out, but that's okay. That's okay. I got my shed. So I thought, there, maybe that'll work. I thought we'd just talk for a few minutes about everything that's going to be like. This is Stage 1, Part 1. Stage 1, Part 1.